We back at T. Latsu 2V. For today's video, our limited series, giving homage to Zacktv being ahead of his time. And at the end of the series, we'll have a overall perspective of where Zach's mind had mentally grown to at the point before he was killed. So he all good, man. Zach, we'll see you on another, you heard me? I'll see you in another universe or another plateau. RP Duck, you heard me? RP Zach, RP Brick.
I just want to make sure you're good. Last time, you got on 63rd, you said something, Shorty came back with 3 pipes. The world saw that shit at like 600,000 views right now. But we safe, right? Y'all, we good?
We straight.
Alright, okay, I just want to make sure, man. How you motherfucking been? How you been? Hey, get right with you out there?
Hey, get right.
We safe. Okay. Shout out, get right, man. Yeah, get right with you, man. Nah, what's been up though, man? You been going crazy. You and Ricky Yachts, man.
Oh yeah, that's my fucking boy. Hey look, me and Ricky gonna take over the city.
Okay.
I promise you.
Like Jackson Locker did 2 years ago.
Exactly what I say.
You can't get it. You say. I just want to make sure, because
I'm gonna say, damn, what's going on? They wouldn't even let me pause my shit. RP can't get right, you hear me? See, that's why I say, man, Zach was ahead of his time, man. He did what niggas didn't even know was possible to do in their own city, let alone be able to venture out and go fuck with other real niggas in other hoods across the world. We wouldn't have never known. That's why I say he's ahead of his time, man. We basically got a lot of this shit right here is going on. This is our this is our history right here. You hear me though? The history of the niggas, of the nigga for our generation. This was the beginning of documentation of how we was been living for the last 20 to 40 years. Maybe 50 years, yeah, since about the 50s, 60s, 70s, yeah, exactly, since about the 70s, yeah, so about 20, 40 years. All we had was stories and false illustration from movies and documentaries where they change shit up because they don't really know the truth, and a whole bunch of dudes that got locked up that can just attest to some of this shit, but there was nobody around that documented it on a more historical level until Zacktv started to do this through Chicago. And Chicago being the home of Al Capone and the original gangsters, what better yet way to start and blossom a whole everlasting money tree of documenting niggas in the struggle. Now we have a lot of people that are exploiting the violence and the negativity from it. But like I said, even if on these interviews with these people, even if they pulled out guns or anything, you almost felt like, dang, you really had no choice but to have it have guns and be a part of that same environment, because play pussy, get fucked. Simple as that, man.
You know you're famous, right? Everybody, you know you're fucking famous.
See, and that ain't good. That's what made them famous, and then that's when they came and made the boy famous for real.
Hey, get the fuck out. Please and thank you. Who fuck is this? Right there. They know who that is right there. Yo, what's the word, bro?
And a lot of people may have said, dang, a lot of these people maybe wouldn't have got shot unless they was on Zacktv. Maybe so. I'm not gonna say that's not the truth. But what I am gonna say is, like they say, like FBG Cash said, you rather these people than known of these people that got killed and slaughtered, and have the world know know about them and remember them, than just they be another killed individual within the hood. Because there's a lot of people that died in Chicago that didn't get the same exposure as some people that get killed in Chicago. So in some type of form, it's a legacy that they leaving behind, whether it's negative or positive, just a part of a product of their environment. But they still get to leave behind a legacy that other people that they may not even actually personally know is gonna always remember them through some type of documentary of what they quote unquote did or did not do. So in other words, if they wouldn't have never been on Zacktv or anything like that, like I said, they just been another statistic. That's the truth without the story behind them. So do you just want to get killed and have no story behind you or no story to leave? Or would you rather risk your life to put out your story and put out this sense of history about who you is as a person, not as a gangster or as a BD, no, just as a person? I would rather risk my life to put my information of who I am and where I have came from out there on the forefront than never put any of that information out and still subsequently get killed out in the streets. That's just me though.
But even harder with the rap shit. You ain't say, man, fuck this shit, I'm going on a lot of shit.
It ain't gonna slow me down. It ain't gonna do shit to make me wanna go hard. You see what I'm saying? Cause now it's like, I got to. You see what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker gotta get away from this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, you either gonna die or you gonna end up in jail. You see what I'm saying?
He
I
just
ain't saying like I'm running from the shit.
See what he's saying? See, after his brother died, he was thinking a lot more clear. But as the time progressed, the other side started to provoke and his ego and his pride, made him stay in Chicago too long. That's all it is. His pride made him stay in Chicago too long. Because what he just said right there was not the same goddamn Duck that was in the Vlad TV interviews years later saying, I don't get no fuck, them niggas don't come back to Chicago because they pussy. That's not the same Duck. So he was thinking more clearly after his cousin and his brother got killed. And then when he started to lose, can't get right, and other people, then now you start to feel like you goddamn blood tied to this street shit. Because now he feel like, damn, if I can't take these motherfuckers out the hood, if I can't take the people out the hood that I wanted to because they'd already been killed in these streets, I really don't even want to leave the hood. I want to die the same way they died in these streets. And that's the sad part about, it's a sad and positivity to it that we have such a strong brotherhood with one another that we are willing to sacrifice our life even after one of our brothers' life has already been taken in the same fashion, because we are so authentic and so genuine that we know that, damn, I was supposed to take all of us there, man. Now, how would I want to be all the way in Hollywood, FBG Duck, and can't get right ain't here with me. Goddamn, Kobe ain't here right here with me. My brother Brick ain't right here with me, and a whole sling of other motherfuckers that ain't right here with me that I was anticipating on being here with me, man. So in his mind, once that shit happened, he was like, man, fuck it, I'm just gonna live and die in Chicago, man. Shout out King Louis, you heard me? So that's the mentality that we have. We have such a fellowship and such a brotherhood within our own small clique that we willing to, for some of the real niggas. So I say ain't no more real niggas. I think a lot of the real niggas have already been killed off. And that's the sad part about it, because we see a lot of these other niggas that made it out of Chicago, like G Herbo and other shit starting to come out about him and other people, or Lil Durk and all these other people, that they ain't really doing the same shit that they actually say that they doing, or that they told they actual people that they was gonna do if they ever made it out the hood.
But motherfucker wanna see how I feel I had millions of dollars in your motherfucking bank account and be riding phones every day, living in a big ass house. You see what I'm saying? All that type of shit. Motherfuckers got that shit for me.
It's safe to say, Cowboys, man, y'all ain't happy with the Chicago fame shit, or just this regular shit, or fans across the world.
Even though we do views, that shit don't make us happy. You know what I'm saying? It put a little pop into it. You see what I'm saying? They don't excite us too much. We don't get too big heads or nothing like that.
He was way more humble, man. They brung that goddamn animal out of him, man. And when Duck first came out, dissing Chief Keef, I'm like, damn, this little goddamn dirty ass nigga, fuck you, goddamn doing nigga look crazy as hell, goddamn like you ain't got shit. But then as time progressed, you start to realize like, damn, hold on. And I don't give a fuck about that BDGD shit, nigga. If you right, nigga. And if they wrong. Simple as that. So it takes time for us to actually grasp what happened in the past. So now, that's why I said we're going back into the future to look at why and how Zacktv was ahead of his time. And just like I said on the first video, look what he was saying in front of Zach. Humble. Actually trying to make it out. He didn't say he didn't say he ain't gonna leave Chicago and this shit. But as soon as he went to fucking Vlad, what'd he say? Them niggas don't come back to Chicago. Them niggas don't stay in Chicago because them niggas pussy and all this other shit. So it's a different type of energy that Vlad bring out of us black people. He bring out a more, what you gonna do against the other niggas? Or what would you do against the other niggas? Even if he's giving good advice, say you should leave. But it's just the presence of him make you feel like, if I even say that I'm gonna leave in front of this white nigga because it make me feel like a pussy. But we don't have no problem saying that, yeah, we need to get out the hood to each other or to another black man that he actually sees potential in him. And probably after Zach died, this is why a lot of people lost hope in Chicago. I know for a fact I lost hope in Chicago. Once I found out Zacktv died, I said, nigga, I don't fuck with Chicago no more. Because that's just a whole nother level of stupidity. And it's maybe something deeper rooted within that whole situation that we'll get to at the end of my limited series. But Zacktv was ahead of his time, and he had other people thinking ahead of their time, which we always need to be thinking years in the future. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year, but years in the future. 5 to 10 to 15, 20 years in the future. We need to be implanting our presence, we need to be implanting our presence in the future. If you can't say, well, I know for a fact I'm going to be here in 2024, or 2040, chances you might not be there. And not saying that even if you do say you're gonna be there, you're gonna be there. But as long as you implant your presence in the future, majority of the time you will start to live more calculated because you already see yourself in the future. So you know you have to make more calculated steps for this next 10 to 15, 20 years to be able to see who you become by the year 2040. And this is why Zacktv was ahead of his time, man.
He was more like a family person, you know what I'm saying? He was all about his family, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did, you know what I'm saying? Ever since he was 15, buying us shoes, getting us $20 and shit. You see what I'm saying? That's just great. He always wanted the best for his family.
And when you start to lose people that was your backbone, that held you together, that kept you more sane in this world that we in, it starts to unscrew certain goddamn screws that was never supposed to be loose. And once we unscrew them screws as being black niggas, ain't no going back. That's when motherfuckers get on demon time. Cause a lot of these motherfuckers on demon time, they have no screws no more. And I ain't talking about the one that's saying that shit on social media. I'm talking about the one that's actually out here just killing motherfuckers for goddamn whatever and whenever.
The other names who on that motherfucker, you gotta wait for it. I ain't gonna excite y'all too much. See what I'm saying? I already just excite y'all like, yeah, y'all them 3 names. Cause that's what y'all want. See what I'm saying? Y'all want to see my brothers on the table. So what y'all gonna get?
RP Duck, man. Listen, TV to start from the start now, and we out.